The book Siddhartha was written by Hermann Hesse, a German-Swiss author known for his deep exploration of spirituality and self-discovery. Published in 1922, the novel quickly became one of Hesse's most beloved works. Set in ancient India, Siddhartha tells the story of a young man's quest for enlightenment and a deeper understanding of the world. The book reflects Hesse's interest in Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism, and explores universal themes of self-exploration, the search for meaning, and the nature of life. Siddhartha is born into a privileged life as the son of a Brahmin, a high-ranking member of the priestly caste in ancient Indian society. From a young age, he is taught the sacred rituals and philosophies of his people. His father, a respected Brahmin, expects Siddhartha to follow in his footsteps, living a life of religious service and discipline. However, despite his father's expectations, Siddhartha feels unfulfilled. He is grateful for his upbringing and the wisdom passed down to him, but something inside him tells him that there is more to life than just following tradition. Siddhartha begins to question the teachings he has been given and realizes that they do not provide the answers he is searching for. He feels disconnected from the spiritual teachings he has learned, and begins to believe that true understanding cannot be found simply by following the rules set by others. So despite the pleas of his family and friends, Siddhartha decides to leave his comfortable life behind and embark on a journey of self-discovery. His close friend, Govinda, decides to join him in his quest for deeper wisdom, and together they leave their home to search for a greater truth. The two friends first encounter a group of ascetics, followers of a strict spiritual path that seeks enlightenment through self-denial and extreme discipline. The ascetics believe that by abandoning all physical needs and desires, they can gain insight into the nature of existence. Siddhartha and Govinda join them, dedicating themselves to fasting, meditation, and the rigorous practices of the ascetic lifestyle. Although Siddhartha and Govinda work hard to follow the ascetic way of life, Siddhartha soon realizes that the path of self-denial does not lead to enlightenment. He feels that the ascetic's teachings, though well-meaning, are also limited and unable to provide the answers he seeks. After years of practicing asceticism, Siddhartha decides that he must forge his own path, one that is not bound by the rules of others. He leaves the group of ascetics behind and sets off on his own. It is during this time that he meets Kamala, a beautiful and skilled courtesan. Kamala teaches Siddhartha about the pleasures of life, particularly the art of love. Under her guidance, Siddhartha learns to enjoy the physical and emotional pleasures of the world. He also meets a wealthy merchant named Kamaswami, who takes Siddhartha into his business and introduces him to the world of wealth and power. For a time, Siddhartha enjoys his new life. He becomes successful in business, accumulating wealth and living in luxury. He indulges in the pleasures of life, enjoying fine food, beautiful women, and the comforts of his newfound wealth. However, despite all the material success and pleasures, Siddhartha begins to feel empty inside. He realizes that wealth and pleasure alone cannot bring him lasting happiness or peace. He grows bored of the luxurious life he has built and begins to question whether this path can lead to true enlightenment. Siddhartha's dissatisfaction with his material life leads him to a deep spiritual crisis. He realizes that the pleasures of the world have not brought him the answers he is searching for, and he longs for a deeper understanding of life. In his search for meaning, Siddhartha remembers the teachings of the ascetics, and for a brief time, he contemplates returning to that path. However, he quickly decides that neither asceticism nor materialism can provide him with true wisdom. He leaves his life of wealth and pleasure behind, once again setting off on his own quest for enlightenment. Siddhartha's journey takes him to a river, where he meets a wise ferryman named Vasudeva. Vasudeva lives a simple and peaceful life by the river, and Siddhartha is drawn to his calm presence. Vasudeva teaches Siddhartha to listen to the river and to learn from its flow. Through his conversations with Vasudeva, Siddhartha begins to understand that the river symbolizes the flow of life itself. The river constantly moves, never the same from one moment to the next, yet it remains part of the greater whole. Siddhartha begins to see that life, with all its joys and sorrows, is interconnected, and that true wisdom comes from accepting life as it is. As Siddhartha spends more time with Vasudeva, he begins to let go of his past struggles and the idea that he must find a specific answer to his questions. He comes to realize that life does not have a fixed meaning or answer that can be found in books or teachings. Instead, the meaning of life is something to be experienced in the present moment through living fully and embracing all aspects of existence. Siddhartha learns to embrace both the light and dark parts of life, understanding that they are part of the same whole. Over time, Siddhartha reaches a state of deep peace and enlightenment. He has finally found the answers he was searching for, not through wealth, pleasure, or asceticism, but through understanding the nature of life itself. He no longer feels the need to seek anything outside himself because he has discovered that everything he was searching for was already inside him. The teachings of the river and his time spent with Vasudeva help him realize that enlightenment is not about achieving something or reaching a final destination, but about living in harmony with the flow of life. At the end of the novel, Siddhartha encounters Govinda once again. Govinda, who is still searching for enlightenment, is amazed by the calm and wisdom that Siddhartha has attained. Siddhartha's journey shows Govinda that true enlightenment does not come from following a prescribed path or seeking external answers. Instead, it comes from accepting the present moment and understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Siddhartha is a profound exploration of the human quest for meaning and enlightenment. It shows that the search for wisdom is not a straightforward journey, but a process of learning from experience, accepting both the highs and lows of life, and finding peace within oneself. Through Siddhartha's journey, Hesse reminds us that true enlightenment comes not from external achievements or material possessions, but from understanding the flow of life and living in harmony with it.